Hi guys, Engineer Hoist here, and I want to talk to you today about all the great new figures that we saw get revealed at the New York City Toy Fair this past weekend. As you know, the Combiner Wars figures have started coming out the last couple of months, starting with the aerial bots to form Superion, well, along with Drag Strip instead of Air Raid. Probably a marketing gimmick from Hasbro to try to get you to get both sets that are coming out. And of course, Drag Strip is part of Menasor and the Stunticons. Those guys will be coming out with Wave 2 with Air Raid. But this weekend we learned that there's two more Combiner teams coming out. Obviously Devastator is the big news. We saw a sneak peek of him a couple of weeks ago, and we found out Defensor is coming out along with all the Protectobots. They're going to be coming in Wave 3. And from what I saw, they all look great. And in addition to those Combiner Wars figures, we also saw some of the new Robots in Disguise Warrior or Deluxe class figures come out. Sideswipe and Jazz. And I think both of those guys look really good. Let's take a look at all of these new figures. First up, we got Sideswipe. He's looking really sleek and sexy in the new car design in his Warrior class mode. I was happy with the one-step changer. Well, as happy as you can get with a one-step. But I am stoked that he's coming out with a Warrior class figure, because that's what we always wanted, and how could you not have one of the main guys come with the Warrior class? Next up is Jazz, looking really inspired by his G1 figure, updated to be in the new Robots in Disguise style. Now looking at his robot mode, he's not a remold of the Prime Bumblebee, but he sure is taking cues with the shoulder wheels and the, I don't know what you call it, the back head plate. Anyway, I'm really excited to get that guy. Next up are the Protectobots. Now we did get a little hint that Defensor was coming out, what with the comic book cover reveals from a couple of weeks ago. So a few of us started thinking about, well, what figures would they take? I made a post on Facebook adding to that discussion. I guessed that Blades would be coming from the Alpha Bravo mold. Got that one right. First Aid would be made from the Stunticon Off-Road, the new Wild Rider replacement. Got that one right. And that Streetwise could be coming from the Dead End mold. 3 for 3. Now I had no idea about Newbie or Rook, because he's the rookie. But hey, it's a new figure, it's a new mold, and he looks really neat. Although I'm not sure what the little peg on the top of his alt mode is for. Maybe that's for an attachment later because he's going to be reused as a tank for, say, Brawl or something like that. Who knows? We'll see. Also very excited to see Hotspot got a new mold. He's not just a repaint of another figure like this other guy who was just a repaint of the Inferno mold from a few years ago. And adding to the team, making a 6 Protectobots, is Groove. Now unlike in G1, he doesn't form one of the limbs. He actually transforms into a chest piece for Defensor, similar to the way Blackjack transforms into the chest piece for Menasor. Some people are upset by that, but I think it makes sense. I mean, he is a motorcycle after all, and he shouldn't be the same size as a helicopter, for crying out loud. Okay, now let's talk about Devastator. He's the original, the one everybody wanted. He was so popular, in fact, that there were 2 separate third-party companies made up their own version of the guy. I happen to have one of them. I got the Make Toys Green Giant, and I think they're great. But I'm still getting this new version from Hasbro because it looks fantastic. The figures could not be more accurate to their G1 counterparts. In robot mode, the arm guys, Bonecrusher and Scavenger, are spot on. You almost couldn't tell the two apart, other than these guys will probably be bigger than the G1 versions. Hook, same thing. Just like his G1 counterpart, looks great. Scrapper 2. Then that brings us to the 2 that a lot of people are talking about. First you got Mixmaster, who's a different cement mixer type. The original one was the standard cabin front mixer in the back, unloading from the back. This one, flip the mixer around and it's the front load and delivery type of cement truck. It's certainly different, but I think it still looks good. And that brings us to my buddy Longhaul. As if he didn't have a hard enough time getting made fun of for being Devastator's crotch all the time, this new version of Longhaul is really stocky. He's got bulky legs, bulky body, and tiny little arms. Longhaul, buddy, you need to hit the weights. It's amazing you got such small arms considering all the two-fisted curls that you do every night over there at McAdams. But all in all, the Constructicons are fantastic. It's a must-buy for any fan of Transformers, whether you're a G1er or a fan of the comics or anything. Great figure. Now there were a couple of Legends figures revealed too. They're both repaints. One I called based on the Transformers Battle Tactics game. He's a repaint of Powerglide. His name is Viper. He's a purple A-10 Warthog type plane. But the cool thing about him is he's got a Cobra logo, so sort of a G.I. Joe crossover. It sort of makes him reminiscent of one of the Cobra Rattlers. Since he's a repaint of Powerglide, he also has his cannon mode and can be wielded by any figure with a 5mm port. And then there's Warpath. He's a repaint of the Legends Megatron that came out a couple of years ago. I think this mode works really well, although even though I'm going to get the guy because I still think it looks great and he fit into the mini-bot scale more like what we would be expecting from a mini-bot like Warpath, I still think you're not going to get much better than that Generations Warpath that came out a few years ago, unless you start talking about Masterpiece. One other Combiner Wars figure that's coming out is Cyclonus. He's a heavy remold of the Silverbolt figure that just came out. Now I'm not too sure what to think about this figure. I mean, he looks neat, but he is a remold, and the Reveal the Shield Cyclonus that came out a bunch of years ago is the one I have, and I think it looks great. It's also the same as the Universe Cyclonus that many people have. That's a great figure. I'm not sure how you can improve much on that, and this one certainly did not. I'm interested to see his combined mode, though. He turns into, apparently, Galvatronus, so I'm interested to see what secret he's hiding in his chest in the form of the combined mode head. And last but not least is the one I'm most excited about, Ultra freaking Magnus. And that's how you have to say it from now on. When you've got a figure coming out that looks this good, there's no other way to say it other than Ultra freaking Magnus. He looks fantastic. He is the Ultra Magnus that we've always wanted. He's clearly designed after his appearances in the IDW comics, which many people, including myself, are a huge fan of. And to top it all off, other than looking great, he comes with Minimus Ambus. And if you read the comics, it was revealed in the More Than Meets the Eye comic that Ultra Magnus is actually this little guy, Minimus Ambus, wearing the Magnus armor. So many of us who are huge fans of the More Than Meets the Eye comic are super stoked to be getting this guy and so happy that Hasbro incorporated this feature that not only does he come with this little Minimus Ambus figure, he actually sits inside the armor like he's wearing it. That just takes the cake. I'm going to say right now that this figure looks better than the Masterpiece Ultra Magnus that just came out. And I've got that figure and it's amazing. But I'm more excited about this Combiner Wars Leader Class Ultra Magnus with Minimus Ambus. Now, there were some other reveals from the Toy Fair, such as the 1-step and 3-step changer figures and new Minicon figures from the Robots in Disguise toy line, and also some new Creo figures. I'm not going to cover those in this video because I'm trying to keep it short, even though I'm probably failing spectacularly. Well, that's all I have to say about the Toy Fair. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, check out some of my other videos, or check me out on Facebook or at my blog. I'm Engineer Hoist. Till all are one. Ultra freaking Magnus.